Dang are the 2 and 3. Stoudemire out there with Josh McRoberts. And it's Richardson in at the 1. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Iguodala, the pass to Clark. Lets it go with a 3. Iguodala wide open. And it's Golden State with another.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Clark kicks to Barbosa. And stolen by Richardson. Wade with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Dishes it to Richardson. He kicks it to Wade. Soft touch off the glass. Wade's got his second bucket.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. They only went 15 and 31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Now the pass to Spades. Spades missing again.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. The drive by Green. And the shot is good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Barnes. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Stoudemire.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
A different look for Miami. Johnson comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Dragic in for Richardson.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. And remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Thompson with the bucket.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Curry with it. 6 points for him. Passes it to Green. Thompson in the corner. Clock at 4. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And that one's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Curry dishes to Green. Johnson outside. Kicks to Winslow. Stolen by Varejao. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another miss by Curry.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Johnson, the pass to Winslow. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bosch has got 13.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now Curry. Thompson is screen on Dragic. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Heat out front. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a great game for Bosch in this one. 13 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the small forward. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
On the clock. Bosch, that's for 2. And the shot is long.
And really, they showed up in force. Even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack, the Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same. Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's Whiteside. Great D that time from Green.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The Heat trail by 4. Deng kicks to Dragic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy. coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three or just taking it to the rack himself.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Klay Thompson.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Timeout called the Heat. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Winslow's checked in for Goran Dragic. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Dang dishes to Whiteside. Dang passes to Wade. Again, the miss by the Heat.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Thompson misses.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
From deep three-point range. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Winslow kicks to Whiteside. Wade passes to Bosh. Feeds to Whiteside. It's stolen by Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Whiteside. No good again that time.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Pulls up from the corner. Outside Bosh. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got 16.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Winslow.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
The drive by Wade. And it's sent back by Bogut. It's tipped. Oh, trying for it. They double him with Dang. Bogut kicks to Curry. Rebound by the Heat.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Thompson against Johnson. Outside Dang. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to Bosch. And it's sent back by Bogut. From deep, Curry's shot is good. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Now he's just showing off with range like that. That's what I call profile. Incredible.
How about his release, his form, everything flawless. Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make him earn those points from deep. Don't give them to him free at the line.
And the Warriors with some changes. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Up in time. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Warriors lead by 9. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Heat trail by 9. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang and Bosch are small and power forwards. And it's Whiteside in the pivot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Dang attacking. Back to Bosch. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. The feed to Spates. Inside. Golden State moving the ball around. Can't get it to go.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Wade with it. Barbosa picks him up. Wade dishes to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Dragic! And it's 6 points for Goran Dragic. Here's Barbosa. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Miami trailing. Dragic the pass to Bosch. Wade drives in. He feeds it to Dang. The three from Bosch. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Timeout called, the Heat. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. To the paint. Here's Stoudemire. It's stolen by Curry. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Thompson for three. But they'll get another chance. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That is his first foul of the game. Dragic kicks to Richardson. He's looking for Stoudemire and finds him. Nice D from Varejao.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Dragic with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Winslow dishes to Dragic. Clock at 6. Winslow kicks to Stoudemire. No good from Dragic. Warriors leading by 8. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Varejao.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And some changes here for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first. And that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late. Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Whiteside, the pass to Johnson. Count the bucket. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And it's slammed in by Varejao.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Outside for Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Barnes. Lets it go with the 3. The shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. Now the dish to Whiteside. Yes!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Dragic against Curry. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth. And the Heat making a change here. Deng's checked in. Tries to save it. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 5. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. "15 seconds left in the game. And he gets it to go. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
There's Dragic with the 3. And it's rebounded by Anderson Varejao. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 9. Stephen Curry hits them both.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Wade. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding.
UK16.
All the way around.
Well, folks.
UK16.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in the 3 slot. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Curry wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Leonard kicks to Green. Launches a 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him.
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Cam.
Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Green dishes to Curry. And the Warriors get it back. From deep. Again, Curry missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Duncan. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles.
And he's good on the second. With Duncan in the double-doubles record, it says so much about just how he has delivered on the floor, Clark, for so long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, double-doubles didn't get recorded until fairly recently. Don't let that take away from what Duncan has accomplished. He's one of the all-time greats.
Parker drives in. It's stolen by Bogut. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And the Warriors miss again.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Bogut high post. This one for 3. And Thompson is good for 3.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Leonard on the wing. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
West is checked in for San Antonio. Curry kicks to Green. And stolen by Aldridge. It's stolen by Green. On the wing, Thompson.